What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, you join me with my new to me 2004 BMW E46 325i convertible. And in this video, I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour and walk around and tell you the full story of how I found this car. If you watched the reveal video, I'll go ahead and link it in the top right hand corner, but I picked this up to sit alongside the 2018 Audi S5 that I also own as sort of a project car, something to throw some modifications on, and obviously with the convertible to enjoy the warm weather. So first and foremost, as you're probably wondering by the title of this video, this is to what I believe is the cheapest running and driving clean title BMW E46 for sale in the United States. I'm talking about the original engine, original color, no salvage title, no repossession, none of that. This is a fully original BMW E46 that I found for sale near me locally. So a little bit of background on the car. Like I said in the intro, 2004 BMW E46 325 convertible. It is the facelift, the LCI as BMW likes to call it. So it has the updated headlights, the LED tail lights, the sport package as well. So it has these nicer 5-spoke wheels, the sport seats, and the stiffer suspension, I believe. So starting right up front, I guess I should say that the original paint color or code name for this color is steel blue. It's a beautiful color, especially in the sunlight. I don't see too many steel blue E46s, and especially with the blue top, which we'll get to in a second, I think it's a really unique color combination. And right up front, you can see the car presents very well, especially for being 20 years old. You can see there's a couple scuffs right here in this area, kind of hard to tell on camera, and this lower section of the bumper kind of pops out a little bit, but these headlights are in excellent condition. I know that those get faded out pretty quickly, and kind of scanning the rest of the bumper, you can see the kidney grills are in excellent condition. The hood has no real dents or dings in it. And then this headlight is in excellent condition as well, but very, very nice, especially on the front end. And yeah, this little piece right here obviously pops out similarly to the other side. Moving along down the side of the E46, you can see it is pretty much all good. No real signs of dents or dings or anything like that. Maybe just a couple kind of rock chips and stuff like that. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see there's some kind of chips there, but overall, very, very good condition. And similar to the front, on the rear wheels here, you can see they're in pretty rough shape as well. You can see a pretty bad scratching right here and curb rash, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the wheels yet. I really like the way they look, but I might try and replace them or refinish them. We'll kind of have to see how that evolves. But coming along to the rear of the car here, like I said, this is an LCI, so it has the LED tail lights, the twin exhaust for the 325. And if we zoom in, there's a couple little scratches here and there. I'm not sure what happened, but overall, very, very nice. Moving along the passenger side of the E46, I should also mention quickly that there is a bit of a mark right here. Obviously not exactly sure how that happened, but not very noticeable at all, especially as you get further away from the car. And the overall passenger side profile of the car is in excellent condition, like I was saying. And with the top, it is a beautiful blue color, like I was saying in the intro. It goes up and down with one button. It is fully functional. It does not leak. I know the tops on these cars can be a bit finicky, so I'm happy to say that this one is working as designed, at least for now, so fingers crossed it stays that way. So let's go ahead and take a step in the E46. As you can see, one of my favorite features of this car is the pillarless design for the front and the rear windows. Really creates a lot of nice airflow without having to have the top down. And if we go ahead and open the door, one of my favorite other features, I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but it sounds so solid. Sounds like a bank vault. BMW really doesn't make cars like this anymore, but the overall interior color is this tan. It's beautiful. It has a really nice kind of soft touch to it. The door panels, very nice condition. The armrest is leather as well. This does have the wood trim. It is cracking a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. And this also has the BMW kick plates right there, the sport seats, like I said in the intro. The condition of the seats is, it's probably average. Honestly, it's got some, some staining here. A couple of the stitches is ripping a little bit, but overall it feels nice. The leather's in relatively good condition. If we go ahead and pull the handle here, obviously the release works. This button works to move the seat up so you can get into the rear seats, and the rear seats are in excellent condition. There's no rips or tears whatsoever, no real kind of staining or anything like that. Same nice armrest back here for the rear passengers as well. And all this material is soft touch as well, so really, really nice quality there. So hopping in the interior of the E46, right up front, you can see this is the 3-spoke leather wrapped steering wheel. It has the multifunction commands on it, so it has the volume, the next track, the cruise control on there. This does have the auto headlights as well. The fog lights work, like I said. Really nice feeling turn signal stalks. Really gives a nice impression of quality. And looking at the upper dashboard here, no rips or cracks or anything. I do like how the very upper part of that dashboard is the same tan color as the rest of the interior. But like I was saying, the wood trim, very nice condition. There is some cracking on this armrest as well. On the passenger side armrest, it's a bit harder to tell, but overall very nice condition. So we'll go ahead and just put the key in for now and turn the power on, the accessory. But as you can see, the gauge cluster lights up like normal. And then moving down here, you can see the previous owner installed a Sony head unit here. You can see I have my Apple iPhone Lightning connector here for Apple CarPlay. This does have Android Auto, and it just really brings the car up to the modern era. This is probably one of the first things I would do if I had the original head unit, is to swap one of these in. So I'm really happy that this car came with that. Moving down the rest of the center console here, with regards to the climate control, the AC blows ice cold. The previous owner just had a ton of service work done for recharging the system and the compressor, so really happy that that works well. You can see down here, this does have the heated seats for the driver and passenger. These are the top controls, which I'll get to in a second, and traction control. Moving even farther down the center console towards the gear selector, you can see this is the shift lever for the 5-speed automatic transmission. Has the nice wood paneling on the top of it. The wood paneling continues around the window controls as well. There's a little bit of marking on the center console as well, but this is one of my favorite buttons as well. This rolls all the windows up or down with just one push or pull, so really cool. And then actually it's just a one touch down to roll them down. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and start this thing up. The key's already in it in accessory mode. But as you probably just heard, starts and runs like a dream. No stumbles, no hesitation. It's idling perfectly. It'll get up to temperature and hold temperature. So with the engine running, with BMWs, you do have this button on the turn signal stalk. You can press it to kind of cycle through a bunch of various things in the instrument cluster. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. With the engine running, you just pull this lever down here, come around front, you get the hood released, pops out through the kidney grill. And as you can hear, this thing is purring like a kitten. It is the 2.5 liter straight six N54 engine, or M54, excuse me. It's got 182 horsepower. Got the 5-speed automatic transmission. I think 0 to 60 is like 8 point something seconds. So this is not a fast car by any means, but it does have really good torque down low, and it does sound good as well. But like I was saying, it's idling perfectly. No weird noises, anything like that. In terms of maintenance history, the previous owner just did a full refresh on the cooling system, so a bunch of radiator hoses were replaced, the thermostat was replaced. I know that the cooling system on these cars can become brittle over time, so I'm happy that a lot of that work was already taken care of. Fresh oil change, fresh fluid change, fresh filters, everything like that. So this thing should be ready to go. And hopping back in the car, let's go ahead and put the top down. So like I said, you can just put your foot on the brake and hit the button right here. As you can see, the rear deck pops up and the entire top will go into the trunk. And then the windows will all roll up at the same time as well. And then actually you could just use the one touch for all four to put them down. And so hopping outside the car now to take a look at this thing with the top down, you can see this thing is a real stunner now, especially with the sun getting a little bit lower later in the day. And this steel blue and the tan is just a beautiful color combination. I love this tan kind of rear deck right here, the aluminum or chrome trim that wraps around the entire car. The trim on the roll bars right here is a really nice feature. I just love the little things that set this thing off. One of the first mods that I'm actually going to do to this car is just get a shorter antenna back here, just to clean up the rear end of the car a little bit. I've also thought about debadging it, but I do like the way that looks stock, so I haven't fully decided on doing that yet. But overall, I just love the way this thing looks. Let me know what you think of the car, especially with the roof down, in the comments below. So let's go ahead and shut this thing down now. I'll go ahead, take the key out, and I'll tell you the story of how I found this car and how much I paid. So to conclude this video and tell you guys the rest of the story of how I found this thing and how much I paid. So it was listed on Facebook Marketplace near me. I sent a message to the seller pretty quickly after it was posted, since I was on the lookout for this type of car. And I was just getting a general overview of the car. How many owners have there been? Has there been any accidents, recent service history, stuff like that. So I had a couple other E46 convertibles that I was looking at, pretty similar to this one, a little bit more mileage, a little bit less mileage, better condition, worse condition. And you know, this car I always kept coming back to this car because it really was the best of all the other cars that I was looking at. It was in the best condition for the best listed price and kind of all the other above factors. So we settled on $2,800. Yes, I bought this car for $2,800. This clean title, running and driving 2004 BMW E46 convertible. But like I said in the beginning, guys, I do believe that this is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, clean title E46s that was for sale in the US. And I'm just super fortunate to have found this car and to get started and just learn so much about these cars. And I want to thank you guys, most importantly, for the support on the channel for the last couple years or so. I know it's not a huge channel or anything like that, but I love talking to all of you in the comments and getting your feedback on what to do next with the garage. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for a ton of content on this car coming soon. And I'll catch you in the next one.